So what we're going to do here is we're going to use offsetting to create a profitable position, and we're going to do it by following a price trend. So if we look at Walk Like a Giant, we'll bring in his chart there. A bit of an unusual chart, but been at 4.5, got stuck at 4s, and then is coming in a little bit here. So if we go up to the top of BetAngel here, we can choose Offset Bet. We're going to offset by 1. We've also set the odds display to reverse, so that means we have to put on Fill or Kill, which we're going to do for 30 seconds. And offset batches we're just going to do, actually let's leave it at 10. I was going to change that to 1, but let's leave it at 10 because you may see what happens there. Use stakes of £10 and apply it to both the back and the lay side, so that you're using universal stakes across both of these. And then I'm going to back at 3.45. So what happens here is that bet stays in the market at 3.45. That hasn't been filled, so we'll try again at 3.40. We'll cancel the one at 3.45. And can you see we've had our first trade go through almost straight away there? In fact, I've just cancelled at 3.45, and there was no need to because it looked like we're about to get matched there. Let's try again, going at 3.5. Try at 3.45. We'll cancel the one at 3.5. Getting very close to the start of this race. So in fact what I'm going to do here is when this order gets cancelled, in fact I may cancel this myself so we don't go in play. We've made a 50p profit on that trade. If we want to hedge that across the field, we can click here. That guarantees we win whatever the result. But you can see the net impact of our trade there. You can see we've gone in play now. That's why I was in a rush to get out, because we do not want to go in play. You either trade pre-off or in play. You don't do both. And I need to hedge this in play now, but that's easy to do because we can go through the same process. Now you'll notice it says down here placing bet, and that is because there's a delay whenever you bet in play. And this is one of the reasons that it's important to exit all positions before the off. I was rushing that slightly, so you can see that I had to sort that out in play, which you don't really want to do. Now if you're hedging, that's not too bad, but if you're trying to exit a trade in play, that can be a bit of a disaster, because in play the odds move around dramatically, prices can shoot out and shoot in, and you may not be able to close your trade. You could end up with a significant loss. So it's always advisable to make sure you've exited and hedged your position if that's what you want to do before the race actually starts. So anyway, there's a quick demonstration there of using the offset bet. We offset by 1 with a fill or kill because we had the odds display set to reverse, and you can see that was pretty simple. We expected Who's Like a Giant to come in a little bit, and therefore we just backed it, and then BetAngel put that closing trade for us, and then we just hedged that position. So you can see Walk Like a Giant is not going to win this race, but it doesn't matter because we've won some money anyway. And that does seem a small amount of money, but of course the process of trading is trying to do that as many times as you can and as frequently as possible, and that soon adds up over the much longer term.